What's going on, guys? Zain Jafrey here with the Jafrey Group of Coldwell Banker Real Estate. So last week we talked about a house that sold for $1 million plus, and it was a total shack. But now, what if we go on the complete opposite? What if I told you there's a house for sale in Toronto for under $200,000? Stay tuned. So, there is a property right now for sale in Toronto for under $200,000. It's a home, it's a bungalow priced at $160,000 in the Toronto Islands. Now, there is a catch. Actually, there's several of them. The first one being that you're buying the house. You're not buying the land that the house rests on. So, you're leasing the land from the province, but you're buying the house itself. So it's put it into perspective. When you buy a property in the city or in the GTA or in the suburbs or wherever you're buying a home, you're buying the property as well as the land that the property sits on. And the land is what appreciates in value. So when you see properties going up in value every year, the land's what's becoming more valuable, not necessarily the house that that sits on the land. That being said, in this situation, you're buying the house, and the house has an appraised value, which is judged by the board that takes care of the islands. So you're buying this house that has an appraised value, plus you're paying the leasing fee to the province, along with a bunch of other fees, and they come out to about $160,000. So this first problem is that you're buying the house, not the land, so you can't really make a profit on it. Plus, it's very heavily controlled by the board. And this house is listed for $160,000, and it will probably get several offers, but it cannot legally sell for more money. That being said, there is another interesting thing to take into consideration. For this property, you can't get financing. So you're having to buy this property cash. There's no bank that's going to give you financing for this property. Also, you have to be one of the 500 people on the list. Yeah, one of the 500 people on this exclusive reserve list that the board holds, and you can get a spot on the list if you apply for it. So if you're looking for a property on the Toronto Islands, maybe in the future, consider putting yourself on the list, because you might get onto the top 500 list in the next couple of years. So, taking all of this into consideration, you tell me, is buying a property on the Toronto Islands, such as this, for $160,000 worth it? Let me know.